If you do the math, you're probably missing out on easy points in all of the champion training events. What's up, guys? Finally He Sleeps here with another quick video in my Just the Tips series for beginners and mid-level raid fanatics. Make sure you subscribe here at our new home on YouTube for all things Raid Shadow Legends. It's free and it does make a big difference here on the channel. All right, I'm here in one of my free-to-play accounts. There is no raid card, no money spent, just so I can show you how this works. Worst case scenario, if you're just starting out and you don't have any kind of bells or whistles or any bumps. Now, if you do have the raid card, this is going to be even better. When we have training events or tournaments, points are broken down for levels achieved in training and ranking up levels or players in the tavern. You'll earn more points for achieving training levels than ranking them up, which is the first thing to remember. You do gain more points by the course of training up individual players in the higher levels. The second part of this comes down to which is more important to you at any given moment, energy or brews and coins. Which of those are you trying to hoard and which do you have more of? Because if you have a lot of coins and a lot of brews, then this really isn't going to help you as much to understand. This is more about saving energy for the points given. If you're free to play, then energy is probably the most important commodity most of the time, especially during a big fusion event because you have a lot of things to do and only so much energy stored up. Training does not generate a lot of, high level coins either. So if you're in campaign and you're trying to farm for training XP, the process of doing it in campaign, the gear you're getting, it just isn't worth a whole lot. It's not like in the dungeons. So completing a training event is not going to bring in tens of millions of coins. Now I'm going to assume you're at brutal in campaign and you can farm brutal 12.3 or 12.6 for training XP. This is the level that is going to give you the most bang for your buck. 12.3 is the one most people talk about because it gives out shields and they do sell for more. There is a discrepancy in XP between 12.3 and 12.6. 12.6 gives out more XP. It's the difference between the two is 4,400 XP at the 12.6 as compared to 4,326 XP at 12.3. I mean, it's only 74 XP, but depending upon how many bonuses and bumps you're using, that can make the difference of an additional 8 energy to run more time through to get to the next level for some of this. So pay attention to where you're at and understand the difference between the two, because that 74 XP can make a big difference. Now, if you're training 3 champs at a time, so you have 1 farmer and 3 champs coming in, this is going to allow you to take 3 1-star or 3 2-star champs to level 4 just by playing 1 time through, which is 12 points for 8 energy spent. Now, this is on the free-to-play account at 12.6. This is, we don't have any bumps, any boost in here whatsoever. There's it's just straight up gameplay, free to play. This is actually a referral account. Now if you spend 8 energy chaining 3 3-star champs, though, you can take them to level 4 same way, 24 points for 8 energy. That's 3-to-1 ratio, 24 points to 8 energy. If you spend 8 energy training 3 4-star champs, you can take them to level 3 for 27 points at 8 energy. It's getting a little bit better. Now, if you spend 8 energy training 3 5-star champs, you can take them to level 3 for 54 points for 8 energy spent. Now, in comparison, if you're ranking up players going from 1 to 2 stars, you only get 5 points for that rank up. To go from 2 to 3, it's 15 points. 3 to 4, in this tournament, it's 50 points. It's 100 points for go to 4 to 5 stars and 300 points to go from 5 to 6 stars. So when you start to look at those numbers, the most bang for your buck is the very beginning levels in training somebody. So to go from level 1 to level 4, you get 4 times that minimum bonus times 3 players when you're farming. And that does start to add up. Now, if you have the Forge Pass or the Raid card gives you 20% additional XP from campaign battles. If you have the Forge Pass and you have multipliers going on, you can more than double these numbers. Like I said, what we're showing here on this free-to-play count is worst case scenario. Now, in this event, to earn the 100 tokens for Ultimate Death Knight's birthday celebration, which is what this event is for, you're going to need 7,700 training points. Now, to do that, I'm going to need to be training and ranking up a ton of players. There's no real advantage to 2-star over 1-star because both common and uncommon champions give out the same 1 point per level when you're doing leveling upgrades. You do get a bump of 5 tournament points or 15 tournament points taking level 2 to level 3, but we're getting most of our points from the actual training. Now, if you're on an energy budget and you have a lot of mystery shards, then you're going to use the 1 and 2 stars as food and to train the remaining 2 stars to level 20. So we're not even going to be putting anything in campaign. If let's say you have 1,000 mystery shards and you don't have a lot of space to hold, to hold a lot of different champions in your like free-to-play account, or if you're mid-level or beginning level, let's say you can only hold 100 champions or whatever, all you're going to do is use all of these 1 stars for food into 2 stars. Don't worry about their training level. All we're doing is this. We're just using them through their 1,751 XP points into the 2-star and ranking them up that way, and then using mystery shards to open more 1, 2-star to get as many 3 stars as you can, because that's where the real points come from. Once you get enough of these 2 stars ranked up to 20 and you can take them to become 3-star food, then you'll be in shape to start working on to the next thing. But for most of us, we don't have a lot of mystery shards on these free-to-play accounts to be able to do that. If we go back to 12.3 Brutal, with no XP bonus, nothing, this is a complete free-to-play account. It's going to take 47 runs through to take these 3-star champs all the way to level 30. It's 376 energy spent. And you're only going to end up with 180 points total for training those 3. You'll get an additional 150 points for ranking all 3 to 4 stars using additional level 3s that are at 0. You have to put in, if you're taking 3 of these times 3, it's 9 more of them. And that gives you a grand total of 330 points for 376 energy spent. The 9 3-star food, it will take you to rank them to level 4. That's where your hidden points come from. Because if you remember right, if we take these 3 stars and run them through one time with no bonuses and anything, they're all 3 of them are going to go to level 4 with 8 energy spent. That's where all of your bonus points come from. That is an additional 72 points towards that tournament for only 24 energy spent to take all 9 of them. Now our numbers are looking a little bit better. You're spent 400 energy to get 402 points. Now, if you do the same thing with your 4-star food, but run it through Brutal 12.6 instead of 12.3, because we do need that additional 76 XP. If you run those through 12.6 twice with 4-star food, you'll reach level 6 for 54 points and only an additional 16 energy spent. Now, 3 times for 5-star food at Brutal 12.6, and you'll reach level 7 for each, which is another 126 points for 24 energy spent. I hope you're starting to understand this. The point of all this is when you run through campaign, the first 1 or maybe 2 times you go through with new players, that's where all of the points lie. You get bonus by jumping through additional hoops. And the thing I see a lot of people do is when they're doing like a training event or a training camp tournament, is they use untrained food to rank up the stuff that they've taken all the way to 30. And you're missing out those bonus points from less energy spent. Even if you're using brews to train them in and you throw 1 brew into an untrained player before you use it as food, I know it sounds like a waste, which it kind of is, but the whole point of this is earning your rewards in the champion training events with the most minimal resources used. And if the only way you're going to get to 7,700 points is through training and ranking and not doing all of this bonus, it's going to take you about 1-to-1 ratio on an unbumped account with no raid card and nothing else. You're going to end up spending 7,500 to 8,000 energy to get you there, because across the board it's about a 1-to-1 ratio for points to energy, and without doing this additional bump. So like right here, we earned enough points from taking all 3-star food up to level 4 and only spent 8 energy doing it. So you're going to want to use this rule of thumb to maximize rewards. Now this is for without bonuses. This is no raid card, no bump, no XP bump or anything. You're going to run everything through 12.3 if you're taking them to their full maximum level to rank up for the next. You'll use 12.3. But if you're using them as food to take those the ones that you're leveling up, if you're using them as food for the rank ups, you're going to run them through 12.6, which gives you maximum XP. Now for 3-star stuff, you're going to run them through once. For 4-star, you'll run them through twice. 5-star, you'll run them through 3 times. Then you use them as food. The reason that is that's where we're getting all that bonus point is running through the food through campaign. It's, for me, the rule is if it's on a free account, no XP, no bumps, I run it through 2 times less than the numbers of stars it is. So if it's a 3-star, it goes through once. If it's a 4-star, goes through twice. 5-star goes through 3 times. It's that bit of a rule. Now, if you have bonuses like the raid card, XP bonus, and the Forge Pass, then you can push these numbers much higher for quicker runs. Now here I am back on my main account where you can see I have the raid card. I have multiple, this is my main account. So I'm running multiple bumps, including the Forge Pass, which is already at a plus 10% on XP and silver on here. So now at this level, I'm going to run everything on 12.6 for ranking food. And then I'll run 12.3 for food that I'm only taking to max level. So when I come into my campaign and I start to do everything again for this, because I have so many max levels, even on the bonus that I'm getting for taking 1 stars to level 10 in 2 turns on 12.6 is well worth the training them rather than just using them as XP in the tavern. 1 run through takes 3 to level 7, which is 21 points for only 8 energy spent. And my rule for this, for an account that has multiple bonuses, is much higher, because these have all gone through one time with level 7. I'll run them through for 8 more energy. It takes them automatically to 10. Then I'll use those level 7s as rank fruit. Now, for example, if you have 12 commons, if you run 6 through once and then the other 6 through twice, you'll end up with all 6 at level 10 and then the other 6 at level 7 for food to be able to rank them all up. 48 energy spent. You rank them, using the 6 at level 7 for 30 more points. That's a grand total of 132 points for 48 energy spent. Now, if you do the same thing for 2-star food, if you have 9 2-stars and you run 3 through Brutal 12-6 once to take them to level 8, and then you run 3 more through Brutal 12-6 only 7 times, that takes them to level 20, and then you use those 6 level 8 2-stars as food to rank up to 3 level 20 2-stars, and you're earning a grand total of 153 points for only 72 energy spent. That's the bonus from training the food once or twice to get you through does make a big difference in events like this. Same for 3-star to 5 stars as well. Run the food through campaign 12-6 one less time than the number of stars they have. Now, this is for a fully bumped account. So I'll take 3 stars and run them through campaign 2 times, 3 times for 4-star, and then 4 times for 5-star, all before using that food to rank up the other food you've maxed out onto training. Now, it gets harder and harder to level up champions the closer they get to their max level. Now, each level requires more and more XP to complete, so running everyone through campaign or just using brews and coins in the tavern before you use them as food makes a lot of sense when you're worried about completing a training event or tournament, especially when you're resource locked or you're hoarding for a fusion event or trying to not spend cash in the game. Now, I hope that helped. If it did, make sure you subscribe here at YouTube, turn on notifications. It does help the channel more than you know to subscribe. I'm FinallyHeSleeps. As long as you keep watching, I'll keep making videos. Thanks for watching. If you haven't noticed, my YouTube channel has expanded. Subscribe here for Raid Shadow Legends content, but make sure you check out my other channels as well for EA Sports FC, Everything Automotive over at Gearheads, and visit Cringeworthy for a few laughs. Subscribe links are right over there.